Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Gemini. Easy to name this video, wasn't it? Gemini's July energy forecast. Okay, all the cards are out. Let's move them over here. Cause I'm moving on up, you're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me, yeah. Bit of M people going on. Okay, right, I've got the cards, Gemini. I was just looking to see if the pussycat was in the room, because earlier on I heard like movement upstairs with no one upstairs, and then she come running down into the kitchen. So I was like, whereabouts were you upstairs? Right, let's have a look. Hi, Abin. Hi. It's nice and early, it's about 11:05. But we're going to do this first, before I get on with some other jobs. Well, I've already done some gardening, so I was going to like tidy the kitchen up a little bit, but I chose not to. It's like, let's go and do the reading. I was actually listening to like tunes of the 90s greatest hits. That's what I was listening to. I didn't get into many songs. I could probably tell you what they are. Today, Magic. Every day's Magic. Okay, so what were the songs? Oh, okay. I was like weeding, pulling up the weeds in the garden. And 4 Non-Blondes, What's Up? And it took me to Sense8. So I don't know if you guys have watched Sense8. And how they kind of connect. And that's like a main song for them. Then what else? Oh, Gangster's Paradise was next, Coolio. And then I'll have a think while I pull your cards. Oh, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. That might be the 3. Yes, I think it is. They're the 3. They're the 3. I feel like there's a song missing, but Gemini, let's have a look. Okay, death energy. Well, it's more the energy of the plague. I'd say more COVID restrictions. I can say what I want. It does make me laugh how some... Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of judging. But like some people like, I really complain about they can't say this and they can't like use the tarot or sexual magic cards and you can't show them images because YouTube does something. It's like, no, don't do anything. They don't have the power unless you give it to them. So, which is why I'm not like monetized. It's like, I'm not worried about that stuff and relying or expecting an income from this. I do this because I love doing this. This is my passion. So, yeah. And I think because, like, I feel like I'm under the radar. Because I don't, like, you know, just make a big deal of it. It's, the deal is the deal, isn't it? We've got the full energy. Let me have a look at these cards here. So, I was taken to, like, COVID restrictions. The death energy here, well, that was our form of the plague, wasn't it? Okay, so that restricted things. But during that restriction, it actually gave you the opportunity to excel. Enlighten, uplift, raise your vibration, the temperance. But it's like that's the feminine's energy here. The fear of death. I mean, that's what was put into society, was the fear of death. And some took that rather seriously and were scared. And others were just like, listen, who gave you the power? Who are you anyway? Who is, you know, it's media. So an opportunity for exaltation. We got the full energy. So now that's cleared, because you can't really keep using, I mean, you've got to learn to live with it, haven't you, in the end. There was no answers, really. So, what, are we free again? Okay, we're free to do whatever we want. I'm moving on up. That's like the Divine Feminine's moving on up. This Masculinity's moving on out. This is interesting. My hands feel a bit clammy. I'll look at the bottom of the deck, but yeah. Look how happy he is. That's the Divine Masculine's cup. It's the Divine Masculine's cup card, but that's his cup. This is like his cheer. He's proud. So, whether or not he's got over the fear of death, peer pressure, psychic tarot. I just saw the deception and envy card, but on there he's kind of lifting the mask off and seeing the truth. It was fear that done the killing. It's a big killer. It's the number one killer. It's fear. The number one thriller. The throat chakra, so being able to speak about this release. Because there's more awareness, you want to be able to talk about the progression. What I like is the fact, like, he's got a jester's hat on. So you're joking around, you know, you're taking things like lightly. Don't take things so seriously. Do not fear. It's like, I am here. Do not fear. Okay. Partnerships and alliances. They're coming together there. The Three of Wands. The card of manifesting. So we've been holding the Two of Cups here, the feminine. Because we're talking to Gemini, which is the lovers. The twins. Every morning I seem to be really sniffly and like congested. It clears quite quickly. It's accelerated motion. The congestion clears. Oh my goodness, yes, I've so got a story to tell. Jamie's just messaged me saying, "Is Jasper take pills okay?" I wonder if he's kind of read my mind, because I haven't told him what's happened about Jasper's pills. Okay. I'm just going to wait till he comes home from work, because he's on a private job today. So, yeah. And I told him I'd be there in spirit. It's like he's here with me in spirit, because Jasper has his pills. So he has 1.5 tablets in the morning and 1.5 tablets at night. And normally Jamie does it, because he has a routine. Him and Jasper and Jamie have got this little, like, you know, mouth thing going on. And when Jamie, like, I don't know, he's off out early, I'll say, "Oh, I'm home." He'd be like, "I can do Jasper." So, but we do tend to, like, check to see, or I'll say, "Have you done Jasper, like, this morning?" Blah, blah, blah. So, he has his food. We get him this really nice pate food, so we can put the tablets in them. And because if we give him chunks, he'll eat the chunks and leave, like, the tablets. So there's this pate food. Normally I put 3 in a bowl and then put the pate on it and just kind of hide them in there. So this morning it's like, "Okay, Jasper, we're going to feed you." So I get his bowl and I put his bowl, like, on the table, and he sleeps on the windowsill. He just likes to sleep on the windowsill. Since, like, about May time. Where are we now? Yeah. Since around May, he's been poorly. He's okay. He's on the up now. Really is. I was giving him a good brush this morning. And anyway, get back to the story. So I popped the pills out and just put them on the table. I'm breaking one of them in half. Already got half from, like, last night's one. And so I go to get the food, and he just comes along purring. He looks at the pills, and he just goes, and eats them. I said, "You're such a good boy. We don't even need the food. But you can have the food anyway." But so, and he was purring. It wasn't even an issue. It's like, if you know what's good for you, you take your medicine, won't you? Okay, the antidote. Should we say that? I was going to say your antibiotics. That's what they are, but it's the antidote. Okay, partnerships and alliances. So he was very good. Accelerated motion. We've already looked at that card. I've turned it over. Okay, I've got to stop to the flow of the reading. I'll get back to Jamie later. What's the bottom of the deck for the Psychic Tarot? Triumphant success. I told you this masculine's feeling really proud of himself. He's risen. It's a great feeling when you're on the up. Uprising. Oh no, there was another song. I know I forgot it. After Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, was a song that was on before I came on live, and it was Radiohead, Creep. Listen to the lyrics, like, it's the part, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. You belong here. Belonging. Overcoming the fear of rejection. It's a big one. If you listen to the lyrics, they're beautiful, like at the beginning of the song, and then he goes into like, but he's a creep. He's a weirdo. It's like, seriously? Okay. At some point you're going to have to stop doing that to yourself, calling yourself names. Let's go to some oracle cards. I feel like I've got itchy fingers. Oh, it sends shivers down my spine. Unicorns. It's like you can make good things happen. Family culture. Learn more about your family stories and history. And I've got another card here. But we'll read this message about family culture. Your family's history affects you in many ways. This card asks you to learn about the stories of your family's past. Find out which countries your parents and their relatives came from. How did they travel to their current location? What languages have been spoken? What jobs have your family members held? The answers to these questions and more will help you understand yourself better. You can also feel good about your heritage as you learn more about it, and learning about your family will help you feel closer to them. This card also says that your past may be affecting you right now. It asks you to remember anything in prior times related to your present circumstances. For instance, was there an experience in which you were scared or hurt? This card means that you need to clear this past energy, which you can do by talking to someone like a counsellor or a trusted friend, writing about it, or asking your angels to heal you. Perhaps there was an experience so long ago that you've forgotten about it. You can ask your inner self, especially as you're falling asleep, to help you remember whatever you need to know. The most important time in your life is right now. So don't spend too much time focused on your family's past. However, learning about it will definitely help you enjoy yourself more right now. So take the time to ask your family and your inner mind some questions about your past. But put most of your energy into enjoying all the present moments. You are gifted. You are very intelligent and talented. This card wants you to know that you're very intelligent. Like a high-speed computer, you have the ability to learn and memorize a lot of material. You're especially gifted in finding out which topics interest you. You also have the gift of creativity. With your wisdom and your ability to see things in a special way, you can be successful at almost anything. And I feel like this masculine feels like you're so special. You're so fucking special. And he's not really viewing himself as worthy. But you are very gifted and special. And he's recognising that. He just needs to recognise that within himself. It's like Divine Feminines, you don't really need to be told that. You already know that you are special, you're gifted, you're intelligent, you're wise, you're loving, you're considerate, compassionate, caring, joyous. I can go on. You are light, you are love. The masculine really needs to lighten up. With your wisdom and your ability to see things in a special way, you can be successful at almost anything. You have a different way of learning. So you may have had experiences in which you didn't feel you were smart. It's just a matter of figuring out how your mind works. For instance, do you think in pictures? If so, you'll need to learn material by seeing them in your mind's eye. Or do you tend to think in feelings? If so, you'll learn best by hearing emotional stories or by touching and feeling examples of what you're learning about. If people don't understand you, don't let it bother you. What's important is that you remember... Did you hear the beeping then? Don't let it bother you. Okay, so if people don't understand you, don't let it bother you. What's important is that you remember who you are. A smart, wise, talented and gifted person. Although you may be different from other people, you have a lot to offer. Use your talents to help others, finish any projects that you start, and know that you're a gift to the world in many special ways. Okay. Daily guidance from your angels. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. This card comes as a reminder that you needn't struggle to find your life purpose. Don't worry about how to make good money in a meaningful career. Don't concern yourself with quitting or starting jobs or professions. Instead, follow the path of your natural desires, talents and passions with the full intention of bringing joy to yourself and others. Your life purpose doesn't need to be defined or pinpointed. It's a process, not a category. The additional meanings for this card. Give all worries about money or career to God and the angels. I did like the part here where it said, well, two parts. Don't worry about how to make good money in a meaningful career. Don't concern yourself with quitting or starting jobs or professions. Instead, follow the path of your natural desires, talents and passions with the full intention of bringing joy to yourself and others. Your life purpose doesn't need to be defined or pinpointed. It's a process, not a category. Okay, so the additional meanings for this card. Give all worries about money or career to God and the angels. You're on the right path towards your life purpose. Focus on one step at a time. with respect to your life's purpose, and release fears about the future to the angels. What you're doing right now is part of your life's purpose. It all is. Okay. The resurrection here is just kind of, well, I've just moved it by accident. There are no accidents. So underneath is the Fool energy. 0. But on this card, it's the feminine, new beginnings. And that resurrection pointing here to he looks at you as being a leader. He has no issue with following you, but he wants to be a leader himself. Oh, how many cards am I going to pull out? Choose wisely. 2 of Cups. Kind of knew that one was going to come out. 2 of Cups. Practice and patience. Or patience and planning. Practice the patience. Patience and planning. Okay, choose wisely. Let's finish with a message from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. But this card kind of just slid out, so we take the one. I'm going to shuffle the deck though. Oh my goodness, hold on, I've got a tickly nose. This card here. Can you just choose a card, please? Bit of indecision coming on then. Fairy of the Divine Hand. Intoxication, distorted view and overindulgence. It kind of takes me to this environment here. It's like, what did this era do to you? The Fairy of the Divine Hand. Card number 2. If the Fairy of the Divine Hand has turned up in a reading, it is ever so likely that you're being urged by friends, loved ones, or even your own self to more accurately estimate the power addictive behaviours and substances can have over you. You know how it is. You start having a piece of candy, some soda, maybe a little junk food, then before long you have more. It may be another habit, such as judging yourselves or others way too harshly, thinking negatively, or giving up too early on exercise and good healthy practices that you are indulging in. Gossip, too, falls under the Fairy of the Divine Hand's domain. While it can be wickedly delicious, it always leaves such a sour aftertaste. So when she shows up, know that the true gift she offers is awareness of what you're denying. Don't ignore Fairy of the Divine Hand. Thank her for pointing out your addictive tendencies, acknowledge their power, and then disengage and find support for living in clear, bright ways that don't leave you feeling drained, disoriented, and disenchanted. The Fairy of the Divine Hand speaks. I am here to reveal to you what will tempt you. It is delightful, this thing you are being offered, and surely a little won't hurt. I am Fairy of the Divine Hand, and I appear to you when you are blinded to what you must see. Come and truly examine what is being offered to you. Underneath this apparently harmless fun, spending, partying, distraction and temptation lie disorientation and fear, and things may appear to be quite different than how they truly are. But here, look and look closely. Do you begin to see what will take place if you continue down this path, if you sugarcoat the possibilities of where this may end? Do not push down the feelings and warnings you have. Instead, come a little closer and look. Do you begin to understand that what seems such a small thing may indeed change lives? Take a moment, look, think, connect with your deeper wisdom, Decide whether you will join in with what is tempting you, or whether you will watch a while longer and make the wise decision instead. The divination message. Stop right now. Your intuition, your inner sight and clear vision is sending you a very clear warning. A red flag has just gone up, and this is the time to stop, to look and to listen before going forward. Your higher self, your clear sight, wants you to stop and think before simply taking this wonderful temptation someone is offering you. It may be in the form of a secretive relationship, junk food, alcohol at a party, sex before you're ready, or behaving in ways that are unsafe and disrespectful, speaking harmful words and thoughts that could scar people, that could scar people for a long, long time. This moment's indulgence could have long-term repercussions that could lead you away from well-being, clarity and harmony. You know when this temptation comes that you do not need to flee, you do not need to indulge, you do not need to curse and berate this lovely, very earnest fairy with her clear message to stop and truly look at what is taking place. You know you simply need to pause, be quiet, clear, and know now that one of your fiercest addictions is seeking you out and you are wavering, caught in its delirium. This is not an opportunity to escape. This is your chance to break free. Okay, we've got another card here that came out. But this one came out first. Strange Valentine. It's okay to be different. I was told that yesterday. Strange Valentine. Love is strange. Love doesn't always look like we thought it would, thank goodness. It's in the strange and the surprising that the sweetest lovers can be found. It is in the strange and the surprising that the sweetest loves can be found, as this odd little pair have found, much to each one's joy, comfort and delight. When this lovely pair, Strange Valentine, comes to visit, you are about to be gifted with love, romance and friendship from an unexpected, even unusual place. Don't let differences keep you apart, because they are what is drawing you together. And when you are as delicate and fragile as you can be, someone as strong and protective as this gorgeous friendly Yeti can be just what you need. They speak. You have an enormous amount of cosmic help at the moment, and it's all focusing on the area of your love life. You will soon receive very good news regarding a relationship. You will also do a lot of work on healing old wounds from past relationships, especially past long-term serious relationships. Now, some of this news may not seem so great at the time, but please give yourself a chance to absorb the lessons. She must be up there, the cat, because I just heard something up there. Okay. Now, some of this news may not be so great at the time, but please give yourself a chance to absorb the lessons, because you are moving into a beautiful new phase of your romantic life, where you will be free to create a wonderful new love life for yourself, coming very soon. Divination message. You may experience a massive surge in emotional energy and new romantic beginnings, so it's very likely you'll attract, encounter, or simply bump into someone who reawakens long-lost feelings inside you and who may not be your type. Hooray! You'll wake up feeling bright, aware, dynamic, and sometimes feeling giddy with delight, and this is very good news. Love is indeed strange and wonderful. Page 111, number synchronisation then. And look, it's this part that stood out. You'll wake up feeling bright, aware, dynamic, and sometimes feeling giddy with delight. Love is very good news. Love is very good news. It says this is very good news. Love is indeed strange. How wonderful. Gemini, that's a good reading. I'm going to carry on though. Well, I'll put these cards away and then we should just pull some cards and see what comes out. Like I did yesterday. Love is a wonderful thing. Makes you smile through the pouring rain. Okay, right. That's it. I done all the star signs for Gemini. That's awesome. I'm actually going to put the cards away. We give the energy a chance to adapt, clear if it needs to, adjust. Whilst I put these cards away. It feels good. The energy feels really good. I feel good. What card should we use? The Sacred Destiny Oracle cards are giving me the eye. And postcard from Spirit. I still have this card. I might put this away while I'm here. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Take a breath. Just have a breather for a moment, yeah? Okay. Allow yourself to absorb the information. Because you ain't seen nothing yet. This is just the beginning. I feel like flicking through the dictionary. Should we just flick through the dictionary? Well, why not? Just let's see what word comes out. So let's do that. First of all, just calm myself a little bit. Just stop now. Aye, aye. Aye, aye. Okay, let's have a look. Identikit. Great, I'd have to read one that's, I don't know what the words are. Composite picture, is that how I say that? Assembled from descriptions given of a person wanted by the police. It's an identikit. Oh, okay, so that's the picture. What do they call that? That's the picture. Oh, given by a person wanted. You know when you have to do a drawing? A wanted picture. Okay, a sketch. A sketch of you. Okay. Elide, omit a vowel or syllable from a spoken word. These words here. Current. Of the immediate present, most recent, up to date, commonly accepted, flow of water or air in one direction, flow of electricity, and general trend. Currently. Currency. Money in use in a particular country, general acceptance or use. Current account. Bank account from which money can be drawn at any time by cheque or computerised card. Curriculum. All the courses of study offered by a school or college. Curriculum vitae. Outline of someone's educational and professional history prepared for job applications. When I went self-employed, I said I'm never going to need a CV again. And I tore it up. And I've had 2 positions now, and I've not had to provide a CV, and I've not had to provide any references. And I haven't really had to go for any official interview. It's just been by chance. So you don't actually need that stuff, honestly. You are the product. You are You are it. You are it. Whereabouts are you, sweet thing, up there? You're hiding in the corner. Dear Lula. You are it. You are my destiny. Let's start with these cards then. I like it. It kind of comes out with the colour of the cup a little bit, doesn't it? What colour do I prefer more? Maybe that colour I prefer more than this colour. If I had to have a preference. Voyage. Humpback whale. Humpback whales make the longest journeys of any mammal. They travel 14,000 miles, 22,000 kilometres every year. They spend the summer months near polar regions, and in the winter they journey towards the equator to tropical waters. Among some native tribes, whales are considered to be protectors of travellers and journeyers, as well as guardians of the sea. So you have the full energy of you. It's going on his travels, right? It's protected. Okay. This card indicates that no matter what your journey is and where it takes you, you have protectors at your side. The sacred landscape wants you to know, get ready. You're about to embark on a journey. It might be an inner sojourn or an outer voyage to a distant land. It might be a project or idea that is coming to life, but most certainly you are an intrepid traveller, sallying forth into the unknown. Where do you want to go? What have you always wanted to do or be? This is the time to make it happen. Get prepared, have a clear vision of what you want to experience, but also be prepared for the unexpected. That is part of the exhilaration of being a traveller. Remember to enjoy the journey as much as reaching the destination. Postcard. Let's have a postcard then. Postcard from your travels, okay, whilst you're on your journeys. I was taken to like, you've got mail. It says celebrate life. Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realise that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if you may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. You can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition of something new. All the elements are in place and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taken the leap itself. That's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. Okay, so I feel we'll get a message from the journey of love. That's interesting. Is that even the right box there? That's the journey. No. Look, I've got the Rumi deck box, the bottom of the Rumi box. I was going to go to the Mother Mary, but they are the journey of love cards. Okay, we can go to sorry. And those, yeah, that's fine. Okay, got the cards, thanks. You're doing a good job of cleaning up there. I can hear her cleaning herself. Okay. The journey of love. God speaks. I was looking at the time thinking, you want an hour out of me. That's fine. I can dedicate an hour to this. That's not an issue. But God speaks. 33. And you want this top card as well? Okay. The divine is speaking to you directly. Underneath the silence, there is the endless music of love pulsating throughout the universe. Within that sacred sound, there is guidance. It may or may not have words. It might be a feeling in your heart that you can only access when you are still, relaxed, dancing, in a yoga practice, or even half asleep. It assures you that behind any struggle or challenge, there is only ever the divine seeking you out, calling you to surrender some fear or doubt or other so you can move closer. Trust in the sound of love beyond anything else, for in truth, no matter what may appear to be, there is nothing else. This oracle brings you guidance. You are being loved into becoming. Be open to being shown the divine genius in all that is happening. If you feel you are being nudged by the divine. If you feel you are being held back, know you are being held back by the divine. All is happening perfectly for you, and all will unfold in divine timing. The divine is speaking to you. When you are captivated by the beauty of nature, or an illogical sense that everything is okay, listen. That's the divine talking to you, reassuring you that all is unfolding according to spiritual law in perfect cooperation with your own destiny. Okay, let's read this poem. When the first sound was born, the air was filled with fantasy, like the flower's sweet perfume. Alive in the moment, there was nothing else, only the energy coursing through my body and the tears on my cheeks. I was carried away on the strings, each note striking a chord within, and answering with the emotions of my soul. How priceless the surprise, how powerful the memory to be with the violin when it sings. Okay, we've got another card from here. Let's see what that card is. The blood dance. I had a door slam, but there's no one really that would come upstairs. So I'm not sure. Unless the back door has been opened and it catches the wind, doesn't it? Shut that door. Okay, 42. The blood dance. Hello, Mr. Fly. Where did you come from? The heart craves life, and the blood responds. In relationship to each other, life happens. The desire and the action, the movement of cycles, drawing in and letting go, rushing to the centre and pushing far away to the extremities. It is a cycle of relationship, dancing between self and other, into oneness and into individuality. And so it is with human beings in relationship with each other, and with human beings and the divine essence. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close. It's as though our own inner passion is the very blood rushing through it. Then we journey far, bringing our nourishment to where it is needed, to those who are cold and lonely, to the farthest reaches of our own dark self, that we may, if very brave, dare to love completely. Though we can be lonely for the warmth of the centre then, craving that feeling of being at home, soon enough we are called back to the call of the divine heart, and the cycle continues. Remember that you are always in this dance of life. You are never apart from the divine. It is just that sometimes in our natural flow, it is easier to feel that divine presence than other times, yet you are always the blood connected to the heart. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all that is. If you are experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, from another, or from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection, or intuition, be reassured that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon all connections shall return with even greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you have been journeying in life and fear that you have lost your way, do not trouble yourself, precious soul. You are never far from the divine heart and will always be called home. Love's language speaks like sound of falling leaves, caressing wind to bear aroma sweet. You ask if I can love in measure true, and give emotions weight the scales due. Each tear releases more than words can say, expressing all my heart wants to convey. Rumi. Oh, Rumi first. Then we'll do the Greek mythology cards. But these are like, this is a Journey of Love box. Rumi's in the Journey of Love box, and the Journey of Love is in Rumi box. Rumi, 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 Rumi! Do you want to settle down, Mr. Fly, please? The all-encompassing hand. There was that partnership and alliances, the Three of Wands that we saw from the Psychic Tarot, holding each other's hands. Okay. Card number 20. The all-encompassing hand. You are the essence of my existence. Who am I? A mirror in your hand. Whatever you do, I will do. I am your irresistible reflection. With every breath I feel, my heart is beating with yours. In your joy, I am exuberant. In your sadness, I am in sorrow. If you are bitter, I become bitter. And if you are grace, I become grace. My joy is when I am bewildered in your beauty and taste the sweetness of love on your lips. If I pick a rose without you, it becomes a thorn in my hand. If I am the thorn, I become the rose in your hand. Rumi. I have held your hand in mine for so long that I have long since ceased to distinguish where your sacred flesh once felt separate from mine. This sacred grasp pulses with love divine, and there is one hand holding and held, one being, loving and loved, though we may appear to be less ecstatic angels, to be two. The love that gives us this handfast, beloved, is so powerful, we could spin the entire universe upon its axis, and still our hands will be joined, gently, and yet enduringly, in unfailing love and sublime friendship. Perhaps you are in need of reassurance, dearest one. Perhaps you have been feeling somewhat alone on your path, or struggling with a matter deep within your precious, beautiful heart, and speaking of it to no one. Such loneliness that can foster in the heart. With no other to bear witness to your life experience, you may question your life, your sanity, your truths, and create doubt where no doubt need be. This must stop now. You are worthy of so much more, and this suffering is not essential for your growth now. It is time to let it be, and to open up to the touch of grace. So this oracle comes to you as the hand of the divine. It is the all-encompassing hand, the hand that has no limitation upon the blessings it can bestow, upon the troubles it can lift from you, upon the tenderness it can communicate to you through sacred touch. Allow that divine hand to reach for you, beloved. Do not turn it away. Do not let old shame, guilt, or mistaken notions of false independence keep you from accepting this heavenly hand. This hand touches to gently wipe away tears of the past. It will deftly unravel the ties that have bound your own hands, preventing you from fully giving and receiving according to your worth, which is incontestable and without limit. This divine hand will reach for you in your meditations, your sleep, and your prayers. It will reach for you through life circumstances, through the smile or hug you receive from another, or the touch of another human being. It will reach you through the song of a bird, the falling of leaves, the soft fur of a beloved pet, through song lyrics that seem to speak what you are feeling deep inside, or the colourful dress of the stranger across the street who catches your eye and makes you smile. This divine hand is reaching for you now through this oracle. Yes, says the great beloved, I am reaching for you. Yes, I know you. You are my own. I would never abandon you. Perhaps you have turned from me unknowingly, forgotten how much I love you, because the world is in a forgetful daze too, and ignores the caress of the breeze, the joyful acknowledgement of every sunrise, and the reverence made radiant in every sunset. Life is the touch bestowed by my hand. Shall you receive me? Let me love you. Let me restore your soul and remind you there is nothing to fear now. Come, lay down your weapons and your fear for this moment. Quit using that mouth to cry for war or to cry in despair. Bring yourself to my table and use that mouth to taste some bold and rich wine instead. Enjoy with me, in this moment, the unbreakable bond that lies between us. Allow me to bring the cup of wine to your lips. Behind your head so gently lies my all-encompassing hand. Know the peace of my love, so deeply can it register with you now, that you shall never again forget it. This oracle comes with a particular message for you. There may be a situation or circumstance in your life that you may feel is somehow unable to be solved. This oracle comes with reassurance that there is nothing beyond the reach of the divine hand of grace. All can be solved, all can be resolved, and there is always a higher, better, more beautiful outcome possible. You are asking to pray using the sacred honouring ritual, and to do so with conviction. The divine has this situation in hand, and all is unfolding as it should be. Ask for help each day by saying, I ask for help this day in all ways through unconditional love. Thank you. You can be more specific in your request, asking for help in a particular relationship or project too, if you wish. The divine wants to lend you a hand. You must ask for help first, however, so ask. Empower that all-powerful hand of grace to bless your life and all circumstances, relationships and situations that have been or are yet to be for you. Okay, we're on the Sacred honouring ritual. It's like these two boxes have got stuck to my arm. Okay. Place place one hand resting upon the other with palms joined together. Say aloud, with conviction, through the loving grace of Rumi, brother of my soul who loves me without condition, these hands are now blessed as the hands of the lover and the beloved, as the one divine hand, all-encompassing. I am blessed, protected, nurtured and received. I am touched by the divine with compassionate mercy and loving tenderness. I call on the hands of grace to touch, heal, bless and protect all aspects of myself and my life journey. Through divine grace, so be it. Simply rest with your hands in the same posture for several moments, then finish your ritual. If you wish, you may continue by speaking to prayer to the divine and offer up any issue or concern you have. Give it a voice. It doesn't matter how small or major the issue may seem. Talk it over with the great beloved, a wonderful and responsive listener. When you are finished, place your hands in prayer, bow your head, and simply say thank you. You have completed your sacred honouring ritual. Okay. Now I feel that this next message from the Greek mythology first and then the Mother Mary oracle is something to do with this. If you wish, you may continue by speaking in prayer to the divine and offer up any issue or concern you have. Give it a voice. It doesn't matter how small or major the issue may seem. Talk it over with the great beloved, a wonderful and responsive listener. Let's go to the... Look, it's not talk it over. You see, not even funny. I am a little bit. That's what she's doing, isn't it, though? I mean, come on. I'll speak for you. Okay. Oh, puppet. I've got the card, thank you. Hestia, Inner Fire. That's interesting, because when I typed out the title for this reading, so it was July, Energy, Firecast. Not Forecast, Firecast. So I had to go back and delete it. Inner Fire, Hestia. It's like Hermes is before Hestia, Hermes' journey. We've had voyage. It spoke a lot about journeying. Hestia, the goddess, this goddess, was the custodian of the holy fire at the centre of the home, the centre of the city, and the centre of the nation. Hestia's temples were circular, like the sun, and the fire inside them was worshipped for its divine presence and purity. This card represents the divine light and is symbolic of the sacred fire within you. Hestia is the feminine aspect of the sun, or the holy spark of sacred fire or spirit within each of us. For the sun, at the centre of the solar system, is like Hestia at the centre of each individual. She mediates between the earthly human and the fire of divinity, being of both the fire and the earth element. You could find yourself alone at this time, and you might enjoy the serenity in some household duties or ritual as you focus on inner peace and contemplation. Hestia has remarkable repose, and she extends this quiet dignity to you now as you are urged to listen to the quiet flame within. Okay. Mr. Fly's back. I talk for you, it's more I talk through you. Okay, 60 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's finish this reading with a message from the Mother Mary. Our Lady of Sacred Union. Card number 737. I was going to say 17. 37. That's what I thought you said. Our Lady of Sacred Union. Gotta get up, got to feel good. Gotta get up, got to feel good. Just dance, move your body. 37. Yeah. There is a conflict occurring within you, and perhaps you see this reflected in your world. There are warring opposites trying to find a way to be together in peace. This is not because you are doing something wrong. It is because you are doing something right. You are growing. I will keep you safe. I will ensure you find the way by which all can function in harmony. Trust me as I guide you into sacred union within yourself and with the world around you. Do not give up, beloved. Harmony will find its way into your heart soon. Sometimes choices need to be made between this way or that. Sometimes this is healthy and essential for our growth. Yet there are other times when a choice of inclusion, choosing both this way and that, is the way through which we can best grow. A choice of inclusion allows us to learn how to bring apparently opposing forces together into harmony within us and in our world. This might be showing up a completely internal issue for you. Perhaps you are dealing with conflicting desires for a family and love relationship, and to feel safe and secure internally in that community. But at the same time, you are longing for independence and freedom to explore and express yourself and your creativity in the world. Perhaps that inner struggle of coming together is far more subtle and difficult to pin down. A sense that you want to live your life lightly and with joy, but also that you really want to know and be who you are, to not hide yourself from yourself or anyone else, even if that means expressing anger or sadness or fear. You might be trying to find a way to be both the mother and the lover, or the father and the friend. You might be trying to find a way to be the healer and the vulnerable one, who needs healing, love and support too, despite all your strength. This might be an issue that is reflected in your physical world. Perhaps you are trying to decide on relationship issues, such as whether to proceed into marriage, or are wondering how to build a better relationship with yourself. Perhaps you are trying to bring your head and heart together so that your life feels aligned and moving in the one direction, rather than feeling pulled apart by competing demands on your time and energy. Our Lady of Sacred Union shows up when we are working on finding a way through opposition and disharmony and into integration and functional behaviour. Conflict can be an essential aspect of life, like friction that creates sparks and fuels the fires of transformation. Our challenges can fire us up and give us the impetus we need to take action and be bold, or sometimes they can wear us down and lead us into emotional fatigue and depression, particularly if we feel that the challenge has been continuing on for far too long without respite or relief. No matter whether we are on fire with a passion for finding a solution, or drained and exhausted and needing the tender nourishing grace of heaven to inspire us with the solution that we have not as yet been able to find, Our Lady is here to help. She asks you not to worry about one choice or another. but to make space in your heart for a third option, another perspective, another way to be with this issue. She says that there is always another way to be, no matter how set in stone your situation or issue may appear to be. There is always another way, another perspective, another path through the issue into resolution. Allow her to bless you with her guiding hand now as she shows you the other way through into harmony. Okay. We're finished with this healing process and affirmation. You are standing with a beautiful, tall and powerful woman who is holding a golden scale. On each side of the scale you see each of the pairs of opposites. It might be two choices that you are considering, two options in life, two ways to go, two relationships or career paths. Or it might not be that obvious to you what the choices are. It might be more a sense of not knowing exactly which way to go in your relationship or career, or how to proceed to heal a health or financial issue, for example. Eventually, your attention moves away from the two sides of the scale and rests at the centre of the scale where there is a white rose blooming with a diamond in its centre. As you gaze at that rose and diamond, it spins, creating a field of light. That light pierces into your mind and heart. It cleanses and opens your mind and heart to new possibilities, a transcendent choice. You don't have to understand it, just allow it with trust. And when you are ready, say the following healing affirmation 3 times, aloud if possible, or repeat it quietly in your mind if needs be. The Lady of Unconditional Love, Our Lady of Sacred Union, Mother Mary, reveals a transcendent choice, the third way, in the perfect time. She blesses me with the understanding and brings the angels to assist me now. I celebrate her with thanks. Blessings to the Holy Mother. The Lady of Unconditional Love, Our Lady of Sacred Union, Mother Mary, reveals a transcendent choice, the third way, in the perfect time. She blesses me with understanding and brings the angels to assist me now. I celebrate her with thanks. Blessings to the Holy Mother. The Lady of Unconditional Love, Our Lady of Sacred Union, Mother Mary, reveals a transcendent choice, the third way in the perfect time. She blesses me with understanding and brings the angels to assist me now. I celebrate her with thanks. Blessings to the Holy Mother. I love it. Okay, I will catch up with you guys soon, so have yourself a fantastic day. Take care, much love. Bye for now.